Good morning, dear brother, dear sister. Today we wake up with a new opportunity, a new mercy, a new door that God opens before us. Before the world starts speaking to us, before the noise of the news, the stress, or the daily demands try to flood our hearts, let's pause here in this sacred moment to pray. Because a soul that prays in the morning aligns itself with the very heart of God, and when we begin our day speaking to our Creator, everything begins to make sense. Today I invite you to write this phrase of faith in the comments. Lord, hear my voice this morning and guide me in your will. If you feel it in your heart, write it as a declaration of trust, because we're about to enter a deep and intimate prayer inspired by Psalm 5. This is not a quick prayer, not a routine. It's a moment of soul-to-soul conversation with the one who formed us, the one who holds us, and the one who walks with us every step of the way. So stay here with me, calm, grounded in faith, and open, because God wants to speak to you today. Beloved Father, my God and my refuge, this morning I come before you with an open heart, an awakened mind, and a soul in need of your presence. Before the sunlight touches my skin, I want your spirit to touch my inner being. Before the world starts demanding from me, I want to hear your voice, because you, my God, are the first I want to see when I wake up, the first I want to run to, with no masks, no rushing, no excuses. You are the God who hears early in the morning, the one who leans in to listen when I call, the one who never sleeps, the one who never fails. Lord, I admit, many times I've left my house without even speaking to you. I've begun the day in my own strength, following my own plans, walking in my own foolishness, and I've felt the weight of a life without direction. But not today, my God. Today I want it to be different. Today I want to start my day in your presence. I want to ask for your guidance before I make decisions. I want your peace before I face any conflict. Because you are my shield, you are truth, you are light. Without you, Lord, everything loses meaning. Father, hear my voice this morning, not because I've earned it, not because I'm perfect, but because I need you. Because I'm dust without your breath, a shadow without your light, chaos without your order. Listen to me, even if my words come out clumsy, even if my prayer sounds more like a sigh than a speech, even if my thoughts stumble over each other. You know my heart better than I do. You know what weighs on me, what hurts me, what scares me, what I struggle to let go of. Hear my cry, my King and my God, because to you alone I lift my prayer today. You are not a distant God. You are not indifferent to the pain of your children. You see every tear. You see the soul before the body. You answer in perfect time. That's why I wait. That's why I trust. That's why, in the middle of all the noise, I lift my voice to you. Holy Father, remove from me every thought that doesn't come from you, every anxious feeling that tries to steal my peace, every dark influence that tries to disrupt this morning. Because today, I want to walk with you, under your covering, guided by your favor. Your word says you don't take pleasure in wickedness, and I want to live a life that pleases you. Deliver me from every crooked path, from every lie, from every false appearance of holiness. Straighten my steps. Make me whole. Make me yours. Today, my God, I ask that your Spirit would walk with me from the moment I step out of my home to wherever I go. Let me not be guided by tiredness or habit. Let every conversation be filled with grace, every glance filled with compassion, every decision filled with wisdom. Help me not forget you in the middle of my responsibilities. Help me not drift away from you when things are going well. And if I fail, help me not to hide from you. Let me make you my priority in everything. As I begin this day, I choose to worship you. I choose to lift my eyes to heaven and say with sincerity, Lord, you are all I need. Lead my day, guard my mind, protect my home, and make me a vessel of your peace. Lord, while the world wakes up with noise and urgency, I want to wake up in worship. While many are already running into their day, chasing after worry and control, I want to run to your altar. I don't want to start this day looking at what I lack. I want to begin with a thankful heart for what I already have. Because you gave me this new morning. You allowed me to open my eyes. You gave me a place to rest, people I love, and a faith that sustains me. And for all of that, Father, I give you thanks. Thank you for the night that passed. Maybe I didn't sleep perfectly. Maybe thoughts tried to disturb my rest. But even then, you were there. watching over me, guarding my sleep. You are the keeper of my soul, the one who never slumbers, the shelter that never collapses. Thank you for giving me the gift of today, because every new morning is a chance to start again, a chance to make things right, to draw closer to you, to walk in the purpose you've already written. Lord, I admit I'm not perfect. I stumble, my thoughts stray. My words don't always bring life. My actions don't always reflect your love. But here I am, asking for your forgiveness, asking for help, asking that you mold me once again. I don't want to settle for a life distant from your will. I don't want to get comfortable with sin. I don't want to justify what I already know doesn't please you. Give me a sensitive heart, one that listens to your voice, a heart that trembles in awe of your word, that delights in pleasing you. You already know what today holds. You know who I'll meet, what choices I'll face, what battles will rise up from within me. That's why I need you with me. Please don't let me go through this day alone. Don't let me rely on my own strength, my own logic, my experience. Let everything in me depend on you. Let all my wisdom come from above. Let every step I take be anchored in your invisible but powerful hand. Cleanse my mind right now, Lord. May my thoughts be pleasing in your sight. Don't let fear dominate me. Don't let anxiety take root. Don't let the wounds of yesterday control how I show up today. I choose trust, even if I don't have all the answers, even if I don't see the whole path. I choose trust because you're the one who straightens my path. You're the God of the morning, the one who answers, the one who sees beyond what I can imagine. Guard me from complaining, Lord. Let me not wake up grumbling. Let me not focus on what's missing. Teach me to marvel at the small things, at the sound of a bird, the warmth of coffee, the embrace of someone I love, the chance to work, to walk, to breathe, to serve. Teach me to live with gratitude. Let gratitude lift me higher than the weight of complaint could ever pull me down. And if at any point in this day things don't go as I hoped, if obstacles appear, if hard news comes, if silence echoes where I expected answers, remind me that you are still with me, that you haven't abandoned me, that you're working even when I can't see it, that you are faithful, that your plans are still good, still full of hope, still better than anything I could plan on my own. Today, Lord, I place this day in your hands. Every step, every choice, every word, every silence, all of it belongs to you. Guide me, just like David when he cried out early in the morning and said that you don't delight in wickedness and that the righteous rejoice in your presence. I want to be one of those people, Lord, one who seeks you early, not out of habit, but out of love, not out of obligation, but because I need you more than anything. Lord, I want to please you today. I want to honor you. I want to reflect your light in all I do. Give me self-control. Give me wisdom. Give me humility. Give me patience. And if today I must stay silent, let it be out of prudence. If I must speak, let it be with truth and compassion. If I must act, let it be with integrity. Because more than success, I want character. More than applause, I want your presence. More than quick results, I want to walk with you. Lord, as the morning light begins to fill the sky and slowly enters through my window, I ask that your light would also enter the deepest places of my heart. That light of yours that pushes away the shadows, that reveals what I tried to hide, that brings peace where there was confusion. That same light that tells me I'm not alone, that your mercy is new today, and that your love never runs dry. There are days, God, when I wake up with too many questions. What's coming next? How will I handle what's ahead? What's going to happen to the people I love? Why do things sometimes feel so out of place? And in those moments, you remind me that I don't have to figure everything out to walk with confidence, because my trust is not in having all the answers. It's in knowing that you are already there, that you go before me, that you hold the whole picture even when I only see a small piece. You know my inner battles, the ones I don't talk about, the ones I hide behind a smile, the ones I carry quietly while trying to keep everything else in order. But I know I can't fool you. You see beyond appearances. You know what still hurts, what still weighs on me, what I'm struggling to let go. And so, I bring it all to you this morning, not as someone who has it together, but as someone who needs healing, who needs grace, who needs your touch. I lay it all at your feet, the pain, the fear, the shame, the confusion. Everything I can't carry, I place in your hands. Teach me to start again. Teach me not to define myself by what I failed to do yesterday. Help me not to live chained to old mistakes. Your word says that if anyone is in you, they are a new creation. And I want to live like someone who's been made new. I don't want to repeat the same destructive thoughts. I don't want to walk in cycles that lead me nowhere. Renew my mind. Align my emotions. Let my life reflect what you're doing in my heart. Give me wisdom today. Not human wisdom, not pride dressed up as certainty, but real wisdom that comes from your spirit. Because today I'll face moments that will test me. People may push my patience. Choices may stretch my courage. And I don't want to respond from the flesh, I want to respond from the spirit. Help me to discern what comes from you and what is just noise. Teach me to see with your eyes, to speak with your truth, and to act with your justice. And if today I encounter someone with bad intentions, someone who wants to argue, to hurt, or to confuse, protect me from reacting in the same spirit. Don't let me fight the way the world fights. Let me fight with peace, with calm, with boundaries rooted in love. Don't let any conflict steal my joy. Don't let someone else's bitterness poison my soul. Because you surround me, Lord, like a shield. You cover me with your favor. You defend me in silence. You go ahead of me with a strength I can't explain. I ask that you bless my relationships today. In every encounter, let your love be present. Help me to listen more than I speak, to understand more than I judge, to bless more than I criticize. Let my home be filled with peace. Let my family feel the difference because I prayed today. Let the words that come out of my mouth carry life. Let them heal. Let them comfort. Let them bring warmth to anyone who's feeling cold inside. And if I feel weak at any point, if sadness tries to come back, if my energy fades, if I lose motivation, bring me back to this moment. Remind me of this prayer. Remind me that you're here, that you heard every word, that you hold every tear, that your presence has never left me, even for a moment. Today, I don't want to take a single step without your guidance. I don't want to speak a single word you haven't approved. I don't want to fill my schedule and forget what matters most, your presence. Because success without you is empty. Productivity without you is noise. Life without you is just routine. But with you, even the smallest moment is filled with purpose. Even the simplest act becomes sacred. Even the hardest challenge becomes bearable. So stay with me today, Lord. Don't let me go. Stay close. Stay within me. Dwell in my thoughts, in my heart, in my words. Let every hour of this day be marked by your presence. Let every decision draw me closer to your heart. Let every trial remind me of your faithfulness. Let every blessing point me back to you. Lord, as the morning unfolds and the noise of the world starts to rise, I want to stay here a little longer with you. In this sacred quiet, where your voice brings peace and your presence calms every storm inside me. I don't want to rush out of this moment. I don't want to run into the day without being sure that you're walking with me. Because without you, Lord, everything becomes noise, pressure, and empty effort. But with you, even ordinary things carry eternal meaning. In Psalm 5, your servant David reminds us that you take no pleasure in wickedness and that evil cannot dwell with you. And that's not just a warning about what's around me. It's a wake-up call about what lives inside of me. So today I don't come to you only to ask for blessings. I come asking for cleansing. Clean me from the inside out, Lord. There are thoughts that have lingered too long. Attitudes I've allowed to grow unchecked, words I've spoken that I regret. I don't want to live like that anymore. I want to be whole. I want to be clean before you. Take away every trace of pride. Soften the parts of my heart that have become hard. Break down the quiet rebellion I carry inside. Rebellion that shows up in disobedience, in excuses, in the moments when I try to do things my way instead of yours. Make me sensitive to your correction. Let me not resist when you speak. Let me not close off when you confront me. Help me understand that your correction is not rejection, it's love. You shape me not to punish me, but to protect me, not to crush me, but to prepare me. Help me walk in integrity today, not just when others are watching, but when no one sees. Let my private life be pure. Let my thoughts be aligned with your truth. Let me care more about being right with you than being praised by people. Let who I am in secret matter more than what I show on the outside. Give me that kind of authenticity, Lord, that consistency between thought, word, and action that brings honor to your name. And if something in my life is off course, if there are habits that pull me away from you, if there are areas I've ignored for too long, bring them into the light. Don't let me walk through this day deceived. Don't let me get comfortable with what you're trying to change. And if something needs to be broken, break it gently. If something needs to end, give me the strength to let go. If something is holding me back, even if it hurts, remove it, Lord. Because I would rather feel temporary pain in your hands than live far from your purpose. Today, Lord, I want to walk in your path, even if that path is narrow, even if it requires sacrifice, even if it means letting go of things that once felt safe. Because your way leads to life. Your way leads to freedom. Your way leads to truth. Guide me in your righteousness. Let your steps become my steps. Let your will become my direction. Your word says you reject the proud, the deceitful, the violent, and I don't want any part in that. I want to live in your truth. Even if I stumble, even if I fall, let me always come back to you. Let me never be so ashamed of my failure that I run from your mercy. Let me never be so discouraged that I stop seeking your face. Let me be among the ones who rise again, who humble themselves, who trust your grace more than their guilt. Father, I ask you today to teach me how to deal wisely with people. Let me not be shaped by a toxic environment. Let me not mirror bitterness, anger, or pride. Give me a gentle spirit, a wise tongue, a clear mind. Let me be a blessing wherever I go. Let those who hear me feel hope. Let those who meet me sense your light. Let those who need comfort find it in how I treat them. Not because I'm perfect, but because you're living through me. And if today you ask me to let go of something, if there's a door you're closing that I've been trying to force open, give me peace. Help me surrender. Help me trust that when you remove something, it's because you're making room for something better. That when you say wait, it's because you're protecting me from what I don't see. That when you close a path, it's because your higher way is about to unfold. I don't want to hold on to what you're asking me to release. I don't want to fight for something you're no longer blessing. Today, I surrender to your direction, and I trust you. My Lord and my God, as this morning continues to unfold, I don't want to rush out of your presence. I want to remain in this quiet moment, where your peace washes over my thoughts, and your voice becomes clearer than the noise of the world. Here with you I find clarity. Here I find strength that doesn't come from me. Here I remember who I really am, not what the world says I should be, but who you've called me to be. I want to start this day not by chasing my own ideas or plans, but by surrendering to yours, because your plan is always better, even when I don't understand it, even when it interrupts what I expected, even when it leads me into places that stretch me. Your plan, Lord, carries life, purpose, and eternal value, and I'd rather walk slowly in your will than run ahead without you. Psalm 5 says that you destroy those who speak lies, that the arrogant cannot stand in your presence, that you reject those who love evil. That truth humbles me. It reminds me that you are not just loving, you are holy, that your heart is full of mercy, yes, but also of righteousness. And I don't want to play with your grace. I don't want to treat lightly what is sacred. I want to walk in awe of who you are, with reverence, with honesty, with a desire to be pure before you, not just on the outside, but in the depths of my soul. So I ask you, Lord, to examine my motives, because sometimes I do the right thing, but for the wrong reasons. Sometimes I want to please others more than I want to please you. Sometimes I chase success before I chase obedience. But today, in your presence, I ask you to purify my intentions. Teach me to act out of love for you, not out of fear, not out of pride, not out of performance. Let everything I do be soaked in sincerity. Let my life flow from your spirit, not from my ego. Let today be an offering, Lord. Every word I speak, every decision I make, every thought I entertain, let it be worship. If I face a hard choice, help me choose with wisdom. If I need to let go of something, help me release it in faith. If I face a conflict, help me stand with grace. If I have to serve, let me do it with joy. And if I have to wait, let me wait with trust. Because you are the God who knows when to speak and when to stay silent, when to open doors and when to close them, when to move and when to say, be still. Lord, protect me from myself, from my impatience, from my pride, from the desire to control. So often, the real battle is not outside, but within me, in the way I respond, in the thoughts I feed, in the decisions I make without talking to you. I surrender again, not halfway, not for appearances. I surrender completely. I give you my fears, my plans, my wounds, my need to be right, my expectations, my timeline. Everything is yours. Because you are my king and I am your servant. You are my father and I am your child. You are my God and I am your creation. And if today something unexpected happens, if a plan falls apart, if a door closes, if someone lets me down, remind me that you are still on the throne, that you still hold the final word, that you see what I can't, that your wisdom is higher than mine, that what you allow is never random, but always shaped by your love for me.